Hello, this is Joe Pryor, the virtual real estate team in Oklahoma City, and this is, I believe, the 5th video in this series of most frequently asked questions at our first Zoom meeting. So that's the way we're meeting mostly right now in the era that we're in. And what I want to do is talk about obstacles, okay? What are the obstacles to us starting an investment? Let's say you're a first-time investor and you're really eager to do this. And you want to do the right thing, but boy, there's some things in your way. And this is the discussion we're going to have. I had a discussion the other day with someone at 30 years old who probably is not going to be buying for at least a year, but I was helping him to prepare for that first time. The reason why he's going to have to wait is because of a thing called financial reserves. The worst thing that you can do investing your money anywhere is take high risk and not have to reserves. I always believe in the worst case scenario, even though it may not ever happen, but I think it's something that we have to think about. So you're putting out 20% down, you're putting out closing costs that may be $40,000, $45,000. But beyond that, what do you have? If something dramatic happened, if something that was a lot amount of money, and that can be $5,000, $10,000, let's say, are you prepared? Do you have that in reserves? And I always want to make sure that that obstacle is overcome so that we're not into a high-risk situation. The worst thing that can happen is you lose the property. We want to make sure that doesn't happen. That's really one problem. The second problem, the second obstacle that I see is, you know, I've done this for 30 years. I've invested in real estate. I've taken classes. You haven't. You know, you may know certain things. Maybe you know the stock market, but you don't know real estate. So the second obstacle we have to overcome is to make sure you understand what I'm talking about. I don't want to speak in ideal language and, well, this is the cash-on-cash return, trying to sound impressive. I want you to know what cash-on-cash means. And so the second obstacle that we have is to make sure that you know what you're doing. Our belief at the virtual real estate team and everybody involved in our group, even outside of our group, is that the more education that you have, and that means property management, insurance, taxes, everything, then the better investor you're going to be. You know, I'm not going to be one of those persons that say, well, I'm the keeper of the kingdom. I know all the information. Trust me. No, I don't want you to do that. I want you to know what you're doing. And over the course of starting out, maybe with one property because of risk, then, you know, over a 10-year period of time, maybe 5 more properties come, but you're doing it because you are a knowledgeable, experienced investor. That's our responsibility for you. Now, there's a third thing called fear. And this happens to us in anything. I don't care what you invest in, if it's stock, mutual fund, you know, going to Vegas and putting it down on 18, you know, which to me gives me a tremendous amount of fear. There's a fear factor involved, and trying to get over that hump is extremely important. And this is why typically, and especially if I deal with a first-time buyer or someone that's never bought in Oklahoma City, but then maybe they bought elsewhere, let's start slow. If you're a first-time buyer of an investment property, let's get your feet wet. Let's get a reasonable, lower-priced property, let's say, and let's see what it's like to be a landlord before you go to number 3 or number 5 or number 10, whatever it happens to be. Let's make sure that we don't put you at risk. Let's make sure that this is the right thing for you. I love real estate investment. I'm still investing in real estate. That's me. What is important that it is right for you. So let's also overcome that last obstacle, and that is fear. Let's get started. Let's have a Zoom meeting, and hopefully you're going to trust us and work with us to build your financial wellness plan through investing in Oklahoma City real estate.